My name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. I really don't, because I am now looking at a device that is holding my phone. My friend Lizzie, who you've seen on the channel before, got me this for Christmas so I don't precariously perch my phone up on a million different jewelry boxes and stuff like that. So we're testing this out. Also, Happy New Year, Happy Chinese New Year, happy everything that has gone on since the last time I saw you guys. This is the first video of the new year, and as the title says, I'm going to do a fake declutter. Why would I do a real declutter? I'm a fake makeup guru. I've told you guys before, you will never see a real declutter on this channel because I just keep too many things and I can't get rid of things unless they are like completely broken beyond repair or growing mold or something like that. So I'm going to do a fake declutter, and what that means is I'm going to go through my eyeshadow palettes. This is going to take a while. I don't know if this is going to be split into several different videos or all at once. I don't know. But I really need to take a look at what I have and evaluate how much I use these items, which ones I prefer over others that might be similar, etc. And I can get an idea of what a declutter might look like if I were to really do one. Okay, so I'm sitting on my floor with this new little tripod thing, and I think this is going to be the easiest way to do it. So first up, I have a lot going on here, but I have this first bucket that I keep in my room, and first up is the Face Candy Atlantis palette. This one would not go anywhere because I love this one. You've heard that a million times. Love the blues. The greens are nice too, but you know, I'm a blue person. Especially love this one that looks like, it looks like a silver in the camera, but it's not. Still looks silver. Okay. It is a light blue. There's that. Next is the Pretty Poison palette by Bad Habit. I don't really use this. I don't know, I guess it's not what I thought it was going to be, or maybe the colors are just not as for me as I thought they were going to be. Like really the only colorful shades in here are shimmers. There are no colorful mattes really. I mean maybe one, and I don't know, it's just okay. So I have to decide what I would do with it. I would probably keep this, but why is there screaming outside my window? I think those are cats and not children screaming outside. Yep, those are definitely cats. Anyway, so I would keep this for now, but I definitely wouldn't repurchase it. That could be another thing we have here, a fake repurchase. Oh, so this one here is the BH Cosmetics Color Festival palette. I love this one. They came out with this one, oh god, I guess almost a year ago. Love that one. Would keep it. So I guess this is also like my collection palette. This thing here, I don't want to be salty, but I hate this thing. This is the Lime Crime Pocket Candy palette in Bubblegum. The colors are so pretty, but I cannot get them to work for me. The only one that works is this one. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, you totally can't see the swatch from that side, but that's what it looks like. Very pretty. The rest of these, they're very pretty too, but like they don't show up. Like, yeah, see how sheer it is? I guess the pink is okay. Yeah, the pink's alright, but like, for what I paid for this, I mean, it shouldn't be like this. Yeah, like nothing there. And, I mean, this is okay, but we all know I'm not a brown eyeshadow type of person. So I guess I would keep this just for these two shades, but otherwise, definitely not a repurchase. Beaute Oceanic palette. Definitely keep this one. Also love this one. Did we declutter anything yet? Guys, I can't even make declutter. The Bad Habit Luna palette. I really don't need it. I would say declutter this one because I have the ABH Norvina palette and I like that one just a tiny bit better. The shades are really close to one another. I really don't need this one. Alright, we did it. 1. This is the You Can Be Twilight Dusk palette. One of my friends gave me this one. There's nothing wrong with it. It works pretty well, but it's mostly warm neutrals, so I don't use it often. And when I do, I go for like the gold and the pinks. So I would say declutter this one. This one is the Wet n Wild Stop Playing Safe 10 pan palette. I do like this one. I don't use it often because, I don't know, I just have other things I like better. But I would keep this. I don't know if I would repurchase, but I would keep it. Not all of those are created equal though. For example, this one, the VI purple one, I don't like this one. Oh, I just got eyeshadow all over my pants. Yeah, it looks pretty in theory, but the colors don't really come off that well. See? Yeah, so I'd get rid of that one. This is one of the e.l.f. Velvet Touch eyeshadow palettes. This one is in Island Breeze. It's very pretty. The colors in here are very pretty, but it just keeps creasing on me. One of my friends gave me this one. I reviewed it at one point. I really do love the colors, but the formula just doesn't work for me. And translucent powder doesn't help too much, so it's a real shame. So I would declutter this one and not repurchase, unfortunately. Now I remember when I bought these. These are the Wet n Wild Rebel Rose collection palettes. Also, what constitutes as a palette to you guys? Does a quad count as a palette? Does a trio or a duo count as a palette? Like, how many shadows does it have to be to count as a palette? Me, myself, I don't think I would consider this a palette. I would say 5 eyeshadows and up, maybe. But anyway, this is the Secret Garden Rendezvous one. These, like, light shimmery shadows are not as light as they appear to be. Okay, well, it looks lighter now that it's catching the light, but it comes off as, like, this one in particular, right? It comes off as a champagne beigey kind of color, where this one, in the pan, it looks like a lot brighter, like a pearly cream champagne. You know what? I never noticed this design before. Anyway, point being that this shadow is not what I expected. These two are fine. This one's just okay. And I would declutter this and not repurchase it. I don't really use it. I would keep this one though. Again, it's the same issue with these two. Like, they're a lot darker than they appear to be. So I'll show you. Also, I think I need to, yeah, see how this swatches like this one appears? Yeah. I enjoy these two, and this one I don't really have anything like in my collection. This one's a deep plum, this one's a burgundy, and I do like the formula of them. These two are just okay for my personal preferences, so I would keep this one. This one though, this one's House of Thorns. I wore it, I think, once. I mean, it was pretty, but I don't know, it's just okay. And it is pretty dark. I don't know why I keep flipping my hand thinking that you can see that. yeah, it's just okay. I don't really need it. I definitely have sparkly bronzes, sparkly greens, matte reds, and matte blacks. Don't need that one. Also, I think I need to prop this thing up higher. I think that's what I was saying. I think that's better. So my next one is the Tarte Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust palette. I really do like this one, quality-wise. I mean, the colors are pretty neutral for me. So I don't really use it often, but I would keep it. I would not repurchase it for 2 reasons. 1, I really don't use it that much, and nothing in here is terribly unique. And 2, they don't make it anymore as far as I know. This one is the Koki Artist Palette in Treasured, and this is nice. I think this is good quality. Do I need it? Not really. I think you'll see like repeats in my collection and such. Here, I'll swatch a neutral for you neutral lovers out there. Show you one of these. That wasn't a great swatch, but this really is a good quality little palette. I don't need it though. Since it's a fake declutter, I'll say I'll get rid of it because I'm not really getting rid of any of these. But, I mean, I do like it. I wouldn't repurchase it though, just because I have other things like this. Oof. Next is the Stila Happy Hour palette. Yes. Trying not to let this shadow fall back out. They're very soft. I don't use this as much as I thought I was going to. I don't know why. Maybe because of the mattes in here with it. Like, I prefer more colorful mattes to go with these. And some of them are glitters, which these particular ones aren't that difficult to remove. But, you know, glitters are generally more difficult to remove. I would keep this. Not sure if I would repurchase it though. Probably not. It's also a lot of money. Really more than it should be. And the last palette I have over here in this bucket is the Balm What's the Tea Iced Tea palette. I don't know why I bought this. I think I told you guys that when I reviewed it. It's not for me. It has like a couple shades that appeal to me. And I mean, these crease on me, which I should have known. These are all neutral. I would declutter this one. Even though, I mean, that's pretty and all. Again, why do I keep swatching in that direction? But it's just, it's not for me. Okay, I lied. This one's going back in the not declutter pile. Even in the fake declutter, I have to keep it. Okay, next, in my next little section is my Morphe 35B palette. I love this. My cousin got me this maybe 2 Christmases ago. I would definitely repurchase this if I could, but for some reason, Morphe discontinued it. Definitely keep. Wish I could repurchase because this is getting old. This is the NYX Beauty School Dropout Alumni palette. It does not fit in the frame, but I got this a while back. You'll probably see the lip products starting to turn colors, but I don't really use those. I mainly use this palette for this blush here and these highlights. I keep this mainly for that. My friends had gotten this for my birthday a while back. Love some of the face products. I mean, lip products. I played around a little bit The shadows are okay. You can't see anything with that plastic sheet glaring. My friends know me well, don't they? These colors. I should try to use this more often. The quality isn't like fantastic though, see? Some of them are, but that's kind of why I don't gravitate toward them as much. So I would probably declutter this, but I would take out at least these 3 products because I feel like it's worth it just for those. Okay, next is the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette. This is the original one. I think this one is great. I don't use it as much as I used to use it, but I think it's really good quality, and I do like a lot of the shades in here. Which one I would definitely declutter and not repurchase is this one, which is the Love Signs Zodiac palette from BH Cosmetics. You saw me review this one. The colors don't come off as they look in the pan, and the quality is just different from the other one, at least in my case. So I would get rid of this one. I haven't used it since. And now for what is perhaps my favorite bucket of all, which you can't see because I moved to my table because sitting on the floor was uncomfortable. Let me adjust this one more time. Let's see here. That's better. So this is my Too Faced bucket. Nothing is getting decluttered out of this, or at least I don't think so. I love everything. I love the Sweet Peach palette. Would never declutter, and would definitely repurchase. This thing here, the Then and Now palette, I don't use it as much as I thought I would. Again, I think it's the same issue with like not really colorful mattes. I do love some of the shimmers though, and the glitters, like these, that one, these. These aren't as impressive as I thought they would be. There's also a lot of money. So I keep it for now, but I don't think I would repurchase that. This one is the Too Faced Best Year Ever 2018 palette. I really do like this. Let me see if I can try and get this in frame. Sorry guys, I'm definitely still working out how to use this little tripod thing. I don't use a lot of the shades in here for obvious reasons, but I think it's a great palette. The quality is fantastic, and the ones I do use, like I use a lot and I love them. So basically like this whole row here, the green, the purple, like some of the silvers, sometimes those. I would not declutter it. I would probably repurchase it if I could, but I can't since it was limited edition. I don't know if you guys consider this palette. It's definitely not an eyeshadow palette. This is a face palette, the Fetish Blush and Highlighter one from Kat Von D. I really enjoy this. I thought, oh, it's probably gonna, I got excited by it and now it's going to sit. Ew, there's a brush hair in there. I thought it was just going to sit in, look how pretty that is, my collection and not really be used, but I actually use this a lot. The blushes are good quality. There's like one of kind of every tone you would need, and you can of course like mix them. These are really all too dark for me, but I use them anyway and have a good time with them. So whether you consider this one of my palettes, I would not declutter it and I would probably repurchase it. And that just randomly stays in my Too Faced box, by the way. This is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. I don't use it as much as I thought I would, probably because it's all matte and I prefer shimmer eyeshadows. And more of them are brown than like you think they are. Like my eyes were drawn like right here, and that's about it. So I don't think I would declutter it though, because I love Too Faced, and like I do use it sometimes, but I would probably not repurchase it. Same thing goes for this one, the White Peach palette. I know a lot of people didn't like this because a lot of the shades are very soft in tone and light, but on my very fair skin it works really well. And I really like this shade here on the Grill. I know you're thinking, why? It's black. But it's a very soft black, and you can easily like deepen things up without going overboard, and it blends really well. So I wouldn't declutter it, but I probably wouldn't repurchase it. I really don't think there's anything in here that I would declutter. This is the Glitter Balm palette, which I use sometimes. It really needs a glitter glue for any of these to stay put, which kind of makes it a little bit of a hassle. I do wish there were some more color choices in here, but for being Too Faced, I mean, I think it's pretty colorful. I never use the black and white bases. Even though if you layer the black base under this one, it turns green, like an olive green, which is cool. So I wouldn't declutter it, but probably not repurchase. This is the Too Faced Clover palette. I actually don't use this as much as I thought I would. Again, I'm gonna say it's the lack of maybe colorful mattes. I mean, there are a few, but they're on the warm side, and you guys know me, I want like purples and blues and greens as well. And this is a satin. It can be used as a matte, but like I like this, but I would also like a dark one. But I do like this palette, that being said, and I feel like there's a lot of options. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. Thank you to my aunt and uncle for getting me this for Christmas a few years back. Look at Clover. I would keep this. I would definitely not declutter it, and I would probably repurchase it. Let's see. This is the Razzle Dazzle Berry palette, and this palette, this is another one that like I haven't used it as much as I thought I would. It's very interesting though. It has a few different textures in it. I feel like the looks you can get out of it are not that diverse. I would say keep it. I mean, who am I kidding? Yeah, keep it, but probably wouldn't repurchase it actually. Ooh, the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. I don't know why they discontinued this. When I do reach for neutrals, I would say I probably reach in here because there's some cool tone neutrals in it. I love this one, Cocoa Chili. Yeah, let's swatch it, shall we? Oh, look at the sparkles. So pretty. The blue is kind of lackluster, but I would still keep this palette. Why did I just put it on my shirt? So yeah, I would keep it, would probably repurchase it, but I can't because they discontinued it. White Chocolate palette. So this was another one that got a lot of complaints because of it being so light, but again, it really works for me and my very pale skin. I do enjoy it. It is more neutral than I had originally anticipated. I got distracted by like the purple, the green, the pink, the peach, but it is pretty and light. And I don't know if I would repurchase it, but I definitely wouldn't declutter it. Too Faced Gingerbread Spice. I think the quality of this palette, for the most part, is really, really good. Lizzie got me this one maybe last Christmas or the Christmas before. No, it had to be last Christmas. Ooh, I just got a whiff of that gingerbread. It's mostly warm neutrals, so I don't really wear it that often. But for someone who, this is your color story, I mean, this is for you, for sure. Declutter, honestly, I probably should fake declutter this. I definitely wouldn't repurchase it, but because it's Too Faced and I do occasionally use a few of the shades out of here, I'm gonna keep it. This is the Chocolate Bonbons palette. I don't use this as much as I thought I would. There are some cooler tone neutrals in here, but I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't go deep enough where I want it to, and the colors don't go as well together as I thought they would. Not that I can't use it with other palettes, which is what I generally do. I mean, it's cute. I enjoy it at times. I'm gonna keep it because, again, it's Too Faced and I do use some of it, but probably wouldn't repurchase that. The original chocolate bar. I like this in general, like some of the shades. Again, it depends on what kind of look I'm going for, that when I reach for these, like more neutral-ish palettes. I wouldn't declutter it though, because same concept. I do like some of them. I love Too Faced, but I don't know if I'd repurchase it. Oh, this one here is excellent. Another one, I don't know why they discontinued it. However, I don't use this. Oh, this is the Life's a Festival one, by the way. I don't use it as much as I thought I would, probably because of the limited matte choices. Basically a pink, a tan, and this Fun to See purple color is like a satin. It can kind of be used as a matte. But the shimmers are really, really nice. The quality is great. Colors are really pretty. I would definitely, yeah, I would repurchase it if I could. But again, it's limited edition, so they don't have it anymore. And I definitely wouldn't declutter it. Okay, and then we have these little guys that I bought, all of them through third-party sellers. This is the Cat Eyes palette. They don't make any of these anymore, sadly. This one, I have to say, most of these are like just okay. Yeah, it's like just okay. I mean, this one's kind of pretty. I use it occasionally, mixed with other things. I should fake declutter it, but again, because it's Too Faced, it's like I'm gonna use them until I can't anymore, until they like really go bad. Even if I could repurchase this though, I would not. Same goes for this guy here, which is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette. Like, I like these three shades here. Again, for when I'm doing like neutrally looks. The quality just like isn't really here though. And that made it look better than it is. Yeah, I don't know. So, but like I said, keep it till it goes bad. Would not repurchase even if I could. This one I probably would repurchase. The Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I think the quality is good. I think it's more diverse than people think it might be. You could do a just purple look, you could do a just neutral look, you can combine the two, you could do something lighter and more golden, you could do something more intense, you could do something in the middle with like the reddish tones. I do like this one. So definitely keep, would repurchase if I could. This one I really wanted to love because look at the beautiful colors in here, but the quality is just not there. See? This one is probably most disappointing because it looks really pretty. Well, it's not bad, but some of them are just like, why are they coming off better now than they ever had? I don't know, but definitely keep it. If I could repurchase it, cracked other shadows hanging out in there. I don't know if I would repurchase if I could. I wish they would re-release it and like reformulate it. This one I would repurchase, the Totally Cute palette. Yes, of course, I wish they had more matte choices. Not that they aren't good quality, I just wish there were colorful choices. But I find that all of these here, every single one, is great quality. I don't know why they discontinued this one either. It was really good. So would definitely keep, and might repurchase, because the ones I use most are just these 4 here. But, yeah, really good quality. Okay, so yeah, who was I kidding? I cannot get through all of my palettes in one sitting. Or rather, I guess I could if I really wanted to, but I don't. This video is already going to be long. This is what I'm keeping so far, plus those. And these are what I'm fake decluttering so far. Alright, so if you're enjoying my fake declutter, stay tuned for the next part of it. What will I fake declutter next? If I'm lucky, I will get inspired to actually declutter some of these things. But it's not going to happen. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time!